When the Empress appears, there's often a stirring of creative life force, something wanting to be born through you, whether that's a literal child, an artistic project, a business venture, or simply a more nourishing relationship with your own aliveness. Perhaps you're discovering that what felt like struggle might transform into flow when you stop pushing against the current and start dancing with it. This card whispers of the abundance that's already present, inviting you to notice where life is already working in your favor, where small seeds you planted long ago are quietly preparing to break ground. The Empress suggests that you might be more supported than you realize, that the resources you need are closer than they appear when viewed through eyes trained to see scarcity. There's something here about the courage to receive. The Empress models the radical act of accepting life's generosity without immediately calculating what we owe in return. Perhaps you're being invited to let yourself be fed by beauty, supported by community, nourished by simple pleasures, without the guilt that sometimes accompanies allowing ourselves to be cared for. Sometimes this card appears when you're rediscovering your sensual nature, remembering that wisdom lives not only in your mind, but in your body, that guidance comes through pleasure as well as pain, that the earth has teachings available only to those willing to touch, taste, smell, and listen with their whole being. The Empress often speaks to birthing cycles beginning, not only literal pregnancies, but the gestation period that precedes any significant creation. You might find yourself in that fertile darkness where something important is forming, too early to see clearly, but unmistakably alive and growing toward its own perfect timing. There's frequently an element of material abundance here. The Empress reminds us that spirituality and prosperity need not be enemies, that there's nothing inherently pure about poverty or corrupt about comfort. Sometimes this card appears to suggest that caring for your material needs is itself a spiritual practice, that having enough frees energy for service to others. This card might arrive when you're being called to nurture something or someone, to offer that quality of unconditional positive regard that helps others flourish. Yet the Empress also whispers that the first garden needing your attention might be the landscape of your own self-care, that you can only give sustainably from overflow, not from emptiness. Sometimes this card appears to validate the slow work of creation, reminding you